welcome to Somerset News Network. I can't believe what is happening in the United States in 3 weeks. Over 350 executive orders. Yesterday, Trump signed an executive order banning biological males from ladies' sports. Brilliant. We've got to do that in this country. But I can't see Starmer doing it. You know, it's just wrong, isn't it? You know, all the morals that you've got, all the teachings that you've had, all the Christianity that's been thrown into you over the years, you get to know what's right. And allowing a male, even if he's had his parts cut off, he's still a male. His DNA is still XY. My saying is keep XYs out of XX sport. That's all I say. Brilliant. Well done, Trump. Now, Elon Musk, wow. Talk about having a broom to do a clean sweep. Department of Government Efficiency. And he's got 4 or 5 whiz kids working with him. And they're only sort of 20 years old. First of all, they wouldn't let them into the computers and give them the passwords. So they hacked it. By the sounds of it, they got in. They found out all the payments that the USAID, I'm not allowed to call it USAID because it isn't aid. You know, it's linked to the CIA. There's all sorts of shenanigans going on. They funnel the money to NGOs. The NGOs are run by ex-Clinton and Obama staff from the White House. You can't make this up. It's like, it is so criminal. And when they talk about the deep state and the swamp, this is it. This is the swamp. Now, what Elon Musk has found is that they paid $2 million for LBGT activists in one country. They paid $6 million for transforming digital spaces to relate feminist democratic principles. What does that mean? You know, they're actually doing the job that they're asked to, that they're applying the money to. There must be skim-offs and paybacks and brown envelopes going everywhere. You know, you can't make this stuff up. You know? Oh. Even the BBC got 2.1 million from USAID. Why are the BBC accepting foreign money? The BBC response was that, oh, if you believe in the free press, and it's only 8% of our income. I pay for the BBC through my licence fee. If we now think that the United States AID is a front for the CIA, what hold have they got over the BBC by giving them money? What was it for? Oh, diversity in Libya. Oh, why? I would think that was used by our security forces, MI6, and the CIA for covert operations in Libya. That's what I think. I can't prove it because it's all shadow government stuff, but that's my hypothesis, as they say. It's a theory I have. Somebody tell me I'm wrong in the notes underneath. Now, we come to the big one. Just got to put it up on my screen to make sure I get this right. What we've got is Harry and Meghan. Now, I wasn't on this channel going to talk about Harry and Meghan. I think there's enough channels out there doing it. We know they're both a bunch of scumbags. I think Harry has been led astray by his wife. I think that she is linked with the elites in America. We know her girlfriend was the girlfriend of Epstein. So that was the people that she was involved in, the people around Epstein. Meghan had a section of a collection of lingerie for Victoria's Secrets. Victoria's Secrets was linked with Epstein. As soon as she went out with Harry, it was scrubbed. Now, my theory, my hypothesis, I like that word, my theory is that Meghan had an obsession with our royal family. She had a poster. One of her friends said she had a poster of William on her bedroom wall. Now, we believe that Meghan was a yacht girl. Now, these were inspiring actresses that wanted to meet people, so they became hostesses. Hookers, in other words, on these luxury yachts. And Epstein had one, but we don't know what yacht she was on. But a number of people have come out and said that she was there. There was a waiter who was a rent boy who said, oh, Meghan was on the boat I was on. Then there's an actress that came out and said she was a masseur. Well, we've seen masseurs with Epstein, haven't we? So that's a code word. Said that Meghan was on the boats that she was on. So that's confirmed. One report says that Fergie has come out and said that Andrew met Meghan on the yachts. So, you know, there's circumstantial evidence there. Now, I think that Meghan is linked with this crowd. Now, we know they're linked to the elite and the swamp and the Democrats. Maybe the CIA. Don't know, can't prove it, but possible. Now, my theory is that the elites were trying to set Meghan up with one of the royals. That's why she was down on the yachts. She got hooked up with Andrew. Andrew didn't want to know. Good time for a night. Thank you very much. So, Harry is now a little bit of a drunkard and he's on drugs. So does he really know what's going on and what's happening? They hook the two of them up and Meghan does a Joe on him. And Harry's now head over heels in love. Brilliant. This group, Meghan in the royal family. Everything was going swimming until the wedding. My sources tell me that Meghan was found in Kate Middleton's flat in Kensington Palace, roaming around, and she got thrown out and she was banned from Kensington Palace. I'm also told this freedom flight wasn't a freedom flight. They were thrown out the country. The royal family threw Meghan and Harry out. Harry, I think, was given an option. I got no proof of this, but I think Harry must have been given a proclamation. You either stay here and let her go, or you go with her. And he's so in love with her, and he's still taking the substances, he don't know what he's doing. So he goes off, they go off to Canada, then they go down to California. Then you got the children. And that's another ball game. The doctor that allegedly was at the birth of Archie says that she couldn't have done it because she was on holiday that day. So that falls down. This Lilibet, Diana, the daughter, allegedly born in California, they can't find a birth certificate for it. And the birth certificate that they produced, they think is fake. It says Duke of Sussex and Duchess of Sussex. Well, the Americans say they would never put titles on a birth certificate. It would be Harry Mountbatten Windsor, or Harry Sussex, as he wants to be called now, and Meghan Mountbatten Windsor, because Meghan is Mrs. Harry Mountbatten Windsor. Now, what's going on there? Nobody knows. It looks like a scam, but now we come back to the USAID, which is what I wanted to talk about. You're not going to believe this one. Through NGOs, non-government organisations, they fund the money. So the money was given to one NGO, then it's given to another NGO, then it's given to Archewell. Archewell is the charity run by Harry and Meghan. Last year, they had 5,729,000 from an NGO, which we believe that Elon Musk has found out has come from the USAID. Of course, because it's a charity, Archewell now has to give out a certain amount of money. Because they're registered in Delaware, is it? They're registered. They only have to give 5% to the charitable work. So they can keep 95%. Wonderful way to run a charity. So they've given out grants of just over 10%, which is £650,000. And this little chart I've just put up is from Dodge, the Department of Government Efficiency, which is run by Elon Musk. This is what they find out. They've got a website. Now, I don't know if it's run by Elon Musk or by somebody else, called Data Republican. And they have published all this information. And you can go on there, put the keywords in, and all sorts of things come up. And this is where I found it out. Now, another YouTuber, brilliant lady, Steph the Auto Nerd, absolutely brilliant. She said last night that Meghan through Archewell, paid Biden's daughter £2,500 or thereabouts, £250,000. See, this is how the Bidens work. This is how the scam works. You have government money, which is the United States AID. You then give it to a charity, an NGO. They then give it to another NGO and spread it about. Then they give it to the recipient, who's DIA, DEI, I should say, not DIA, DEI, LBGQ stuff, and then they pay a fee to one of the politicians. Kickbacks, brown envelope stuff. And this is what I think, now this is my view, is that the money that Meghan paid Biden's daughter is the kickback for receiving the USAID money. Now that's my theory and I'm sticking to it. If you think I'm wrong, put a comment down below. I don't think I am. I think this is on the button. And I think we got Elon Musk to thank for it. It's just so utterly corrupt. You think of what you watch films and that they've got all these criminals trying to have the crime of the century that they can get away with, and you think, nah, it would never happen, they would never do this. Now you write a script for this and send it to a director of a film and say, oh, I'd like to make this film. Oh, what's it about, Ian? Well, I think that the government will pay this agency, the agency will put all this money out, they will go to recipients, and then the politicians would then get kickbacks from the agency as a fee for supplying the money. Nah, that would never happen. If you rate it to a film, it's got to be feasible. They would never do that. Well, they are. And they're doing it, and Elon Musk is finding it. Anyway, that's what I want to say, and this channel isn't going to turn into a Harry and Meghan show, I tell you. But it was just to show you where the money goes. And I think Harry, being a member of the royal family, now has questions to answer. He should be up in Congress, in an oversight committee, asking them where the money came from and where the money went. Because it's still American taxpayers' money that he's using. And then we think that Biden's daughter ought to be invited along as well and ask the questions. What did you do with the money? Anyway, that's me. Done for 5 minutes. We'll find something else. I was going to do a video every day about Trump's new thing, but so much is happening, it's ever so difficult to keep up with it all. Reporters are saying they're writing a script or writing an article about one thing that Trump's done, and then something else come in, they got to put it aside and start something else. They saying the reporters are saying they can't keep up with it. Can we have Donald Trump here? If reform in the UK are going to be any good and get voted in, they got to be more like Trump. Anyway, Ian, Somerset News Network, sign off. See you next time. And if you agree with me or don't agree with me, put a note down below and we'll have a chat. Bye-bye.